Appliance boss. Hey, these last 2 weeks, 2 days, man. 2 days felt like 2 weeks coming off a holiday. So what you're gonna see is we've got appliance repair training, how we do it, how we set it up. We've got car swap out. We're about to trade one in and preparing for our 3 new vehicles. We got bonuses coming up. Also, end of the year quarterly wrap-up meeting. That's coming up, preparing for that, and just so much more. I dropped some gems about the business, what to do and not to do, some of my quick tips on using UPS mailboxes, etc. Watch, stay tuned. Jammed up where you can just go ask a coworker or something, but when you own your own business,
if you ain't here, I mean you didn't make the cut.
Welcome everyone.
Thursdays with Mike, because he just talked about what's going on. My wife forgot to call to cancel the pool cleaners. Supposed to come on Friday, and they show up Saturday morning. So they actually cleaned the pool, got to talk to them for a little bit. Hopefully they can get that shit fixed, because I'm sick of it. But, pool, guess who's getting in the pool, y'all? Guess who's getting in the pool? The appliance box. All right, we are heading to the office to do a little cleanup before we get our for today. We're going to movies, man. We're going to see the Minions. What's it called, y'all? What do you say, Madison? What's it called now? Rise of Gru. So we're going to check that out. But first, we go in on the weekends sometimes and clean up the office. Swing with mom and stuff like that. So a little bit of family bonding time. We're going to see Minions today.
I'm Andy Costas, General Manager at North Bakersfield Toyota, and a lifelong member of the Bakersfield community.
Who's your
North
favorite
Bakersfield
Minion?
Toyota is committed to supporting you. Whether it's for work, play, or family, there's an answer for you that counts it all. With the dependability you found.
All right, so today we're about to barbecue. So it begins, we're going to clean out the grill, make sure everything is in order, dump that old coals out of there, and get this thing nice and clean before we throw the meats on there. Yeah, so I sit here, it's Monday, get a little bit of appliance boot camp in, live, see what's going on. Now, it's important too that you understand what's going on in the industry. I love watching, tuning in on Mondays and Thursdays with Mike, because he just talk about what's going on in the business. So, it's just part of the normal routine for me. Hey, so a really good weekend. So we're about to start. It's Tuesday morning. We're just coming off of the holiday weekend. 4th of July was yesterday. And enjoyed the weekend. So went to the movies. We did some cleaning in the office. Barbecued some. Had some nice ribs and chicken and stuff like that. I haven't had ribs in a little while. But today we're about to start our training. So we got our training set up. It's ready to start off quarter number 3 on top. So we just ended our second quarter. Friday was the beginning of quarter number 3. This month is going to present some different challenges, right? Because we're down one technician. but we're making moves to be able to increase our ticket sales. So we've been working on that for the last 3-4 months, really like solid, going at it every Friday. And the guys have done a great job moving that number up. So this month I expect to see a nice leap in the right direction. But also too, this is the time that's going to make or break what the fourth quarter is going to look like. So I already have budgeted what the entire year look like as far as revenues, as far as labor, expenses, tools, and all of that. So in order to meet our goals, we got to hit our numbers. And when we hit our numbers, then the plan kind of plays itself out. There's some things that we're going to have to do to continue to grow, to continue to put calls on the books, but it helps out when you exceed your revenue goals. So that gives you more opportunity to play around with some of the money, but make the proper investments in the business. So one thing that you really don't want to do is to drain all the money out. So when you're trying to grow a business and sustain, you don't want to, even though we had a huge month last month, I'm not pulling any of that money out. I'm not going to Cancun based off that money. It's going to be the effects over the year. So if I keep hitting the numbers and we keep hitting the numbers, then everything is going to play out the way it needs to be. So because we have a sales meeting starting today, before the sales meeting start, we'll jump on Zoom, and during the Zoom call, we'll just give a quick update and just make sure everybody's on the same page to get going. First of all, make sure everybody shows up after the holidays. So with the sales meeting though, we'll talk a little bit about that and how we do it. And as often as we can, we try to use different trainings that's available to us. We're an MSA World member. We log into the Encompass training, and it's really good. So today we've got, I believe, Electrolux refrigerators going on. So it starts around 8:30 our time. So we've got 2 offices. So the 2 guys up in Fresno, they'll join in an office up there, and everybody will be in the office here at 8:30, ready to go for the training. So it's real good. I look forward to this because it's more to just going out and fixing the appliance. This is that continual education, the break that you need to learn some of the new stuff, and organize some of the new materials that you get. So we'll have Jake write through the presentation and take good notes. We'll create like a quick sheet based on the training for any special tips, service, passcodes, or anything that we didn't know, plus all the stuff that we do know. And so in the future, we have that material ready to go for those type of refrigerators. All right, till then. All right, so the guys, they're in their training. They've been in their training since this morning. Got everything going. They should be finishing up in the next half an hour or so. But today is kind of like a Monday, even though it's Tuesday, first work day of the week. You put your schedule together, and then everything starts to just fall apart, right? People cancel, or items need to get shuffled around, and you forget something. So I journal all my stuff in my book here. So I keep a couple of these on me. One where I just kind of, it's a larger one where I can write down more ideas, or I can draw diagrams, or whatever that's in my head, I can get it out of my head. The smaller one is just for taking care of things on a schedule, right? So oftentimes you may get a lot of things, you want to do a lot of different things all at the same time, but you can only do one thing at a time, effectively anyway. So the way I keep from spinning my wheels is I take everything from the larger book and I put them into the smaller book, so in the schedule book. That way I can have like a time commitment to it. And if I get it done in that time period, good. If not, I can take it and put it in a different day or the next day or wherever, or an open slot. Today, what I had in my head, I am not going to be able to fit everything that I wanted to do today in the amount of time that I have for today. And that often happens a lot, where you'll feel overwhelmed because there's so much to do, but there's just not enough time. So I'm just gonna have to do some things tomorrow, and that's the way it's just gonna have to go. Right now, I'm just doing some reshuffling. A few things that I had scheduled today, this morning, I'm reshuffling it. I'm gonna take care of it. One thing tomorrow, and then another thing on Friday. I'm just gonna pluck it into our sales meeting during that time. But having this schedule, man, it keeps me on track. It keeps me realistic, and you never run out of things to do when you keep a list of things to do. We'll be able to knock it out, and then I'll come back after I take care. So this morning I'm going to run a package. So we do sell some of our parts. Sometimes we buy too many, or we hold on to them too long. We list them on eBay, and we sell them out. So that's a good way to recoup some of that lost expense, right? You just got to make sure it's priced right so you won't lose when you're shipping stuff out. But that could be a whole nother video. But right now we had something that was purchased yesterday, and we're at a point, it's almost 10:30, where we want to go ahead and get it wrapped up, shipped out, and take care of it so I don't have to think about it for the rest of the day. And then this morning, I'll look at some of my cash flow reports, pay some bills, do some bank transfers. I don't do my bank transfers every morning. I do, based on how we use our system, I transfer everything every evening of a normal business day. So I did that last on Friday. So I'll do that again before 5 o'clock today. But we'll take care of the bills for the month. Make sure do some account transfers. Make sure these payments are set up right. We got rent payment, parts payments, all the above. So we'll take care of all that stuff today and get that done in the next hour and a half. So until next time. What's up, everybody? So today we were talking. I got Dylan over here. We got JD. And we're meeting with the VAs, talking about our secret project. Don't tell nobody about it. But we do this every Tuesday. We come here, we meet. We're missing Irene. What up, Irene, wherever you are? But we mastermind, and we're putting together a group of special, talented people here in Bakersfield. But it's just a couple of the boys right here.
Yeah, if you ain't here, I mean you didn't make the cut.
That's cold. That might be a seat for you though.
Might be a seat for you.
It might be the back.
Yeah.
But it's gonna be there for you.
Yeah, we can work out something.
Tell the people what y'all do, man.
You want to go first?
I'm a carpet cleaner. Specialize in a lot of cleaning, but I specialize right now in floor cleaning.
Okay, all right.
And I am the champ of real estate. That buy, sell real estate, invest. So if you're looking to buy or sell, the champ never fails.
Right on. All right.
Don't forget, hold on. Like, comment, subscribe.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
comment, download.
Yeah, Marcus
Put
been
something
tell
in
him
there.
ding the button.
Put something down. I'm gonna get you up later though.
All right, thanks, guys. Hey, what's up, everybody? So I want to talk a little bit about support groups, man, and why it's so important as a business owner. You're out there, you're doing your thing every day, and you can hit a point where you need to bounce ideas off of people. You need to not necessarily relieve the stress, but when you're working at your regular job, you may get jammed up where you can just go ask a coworker or something. But when you own your own business, you're gonna go ask your employees, right? If you got somebody that you can trust. But then you can't ask your employees everything, right? They can't be part of every decision. So what I do, and I've been doing this now for a couple years, you want to meet with people, like-minded individuals, and have that safe space where you can talk about different business ideas, talk about what works, what doesn't work, the troubles that you're going through, customer acquisition, the market in general, you know, figure out what area may be a hot area, things like that. And man, we get together, we chat, we talk, we have fun, but it's separate from my business, but at the same time, it allows me to extend and have some place to go outside of, you know, laying it all on my wife. You know, so get you one of those. We got a little mastermind going together. Not a little mastermind, we're top tier. So but I'll show y'all a little bit of that.
They're willing to do. So they're adding in the parts too.
Okay, so the cap is included in it's a $400 cap. So so I'm heading home right now, and it's the end of the day on Tuesday, and man, tomorrow is paperwork day. When you're signed up with third-party warranties, there's always a point where you're going to have to renew certain paperwork, and man, your insurance policies, when they become due, you get requests to update new ones, new versions of that. For me, I've got to resubmit all the paperwork for the warranty companies that we work with, so we don't want to give them any excuse not to pay us. And then we also want to it's time for the Secretary of State California stuff. I gotta submit the paperwork for that, renew that stuff, so that comes with checks. Gotta cut a couple checks for that. And what else? Man, it's just it's paperwork day. We did bills today. Tomorrow is paperwork day, but it's important. And for me, I'm not gonna lie, I drag it on. So it's supposed to be one day. I probably won't finish till Friday. That's just the way it's gonna go. But you know, how you guys deal with your paperwork? You ever get behind? Do you have enough time? You know, I'm curious because I hate it, man. I hate it. This is gonna be every video. I hate paperwork. All right, next time. So right now I'm heading to go pick up parts. Parts is a big expense, big line item. Is part of the revenue, right? And with a team this large and this spread out, there's multiple ways you can deal with parts, incoming parts. So this is my tip. When we first started out, we had one office. It was a very small office, so small there wasn't an office attendant there. It was a rental space, so we rented one room, and there were 2 other rooms and a conference room in this space, right? So we paid, I don't know, $450 a month or whatever for the space. But the problem is, because COVID, we're in full effect of COVID, so Julie wasn't working out of the office. All we had was space for really 2-3 people. We stuffed 4 in there at one point before we got out of there, but we only had a small amount of space. So the way that we did it was we had a UPS pickup box. So, and we still have that UPS pickup box to today. And the reason is the UPS store is open and available all the time. So they've got somebody in there ready to go to pick up and handle your packages. And because their hours are typically runs longer than what our hours are, right? Because we're only open, phones open up at 8 and phones close down at 6. And the technicians are running in between the time, and we don't do any calls on the weekends. All the packages go there, right? And that worked out really well, because if we're out and about doing a call and a package came into the office, there wasn't anybody there, then we would be chasing down that package. Also, I didn't necessarily want them to all go to my house either, because I wanted access. So with the UPS store, you can get multiple keys for the box. So at the time, if I was out, or Eric, or Jake, or whoever, they all had their keys. So whoever was closest to the box, they just pick it up, and we check in the packages, do it that way. That works out well. Even today, with Julie being in the office and me being in and out of the office, I still find that comfort in having that UPS box. If we were to add one more person here as part of the staff, then maybe I would consider eliminating the UPS box, or at least like rerouting it directly to the office. But we do send some things directly to the office, especially if we know it's going to come next day or whatever. We'll do that, but not a lot of stuff. Most of the parts we send everything there. Office stuff is like office supplies. For our remote office, it's the same situation like when we first started. So same pattern. We rent an office in another space that has, I don't know, it's like 20-something spaces. It's a lot larger than the last facility. But the big difference is, because it's larger, they have a dedicated person at the front desk between 9 and 3 or 9 and 2:30, depending on the day. So the two ladies, they kind of rotate at the desk, and that's important because if anything comes, they're there to get mail. So if anything comes, it goes into the room, and as long as we get it before 3 o'clock, we're good to go. If it comes afterwards and we're waiting for it, we can tell them to put it in our office space. So that works out well, so we don't need a box there. But if they didn't have the person at the desk, we would be in the same situation. We would need a box. So you would, pay $300-$400 for a box. That's the going rate out in California right now. And but you get that comfort of knowing that your mail is going to go to one spot, somebody's going to be handling it, and you don't have to chase it around trying to figure out where everything went.